What's up, everyone? It is your girl GelBeauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today I have the new Fall Magic palette from Unearthly Cosmetics. So they had a 50% off sale. Shout out to one of y'all who like sent me a message on Instagram, or DM me telling me that this was on sale. Well, the whole website was on sale, so I ended up picking this up, and I figured we could go ahead and compare it to the original one. Y'all know I live to compare some stuff. So it came in this box, and then inside the box is like the little insert, and then the palette is inside there. So let's pull her out and see what she looks like. I was thinking about getting some more stuff, but I think I just ended up getting this, and I got the eyeliners that I have been wanting to try from them for a while because I want to see if they're just as good as my ones from Adept. Y'all know I live for my Adept eyeliners, so you know I need to try them out and investigate. So the box matches the packaging and the outer box that it comes in, and let's look at the color story. So okay, so this is what she looks like. It's giving like part mauve-ish type vibes with purples, and then part greenish type neutral shadows. So let's show what the original one looks like, and then we'll show them side by side. So this is what they look like side by side. I definitely feel like there's a little bit of a difference. Like the shade that's missing for me, just like my girl Karen, is the shade Leaves. Like the shade Leaves to me definitely makes me think of fall. So the fact that it's not in the new one, I'm just kind of like, oh, I feel bad for the people who get the new one, because it's like you can get this amazing shade to go in your palette. But that's what they look like side by side. So I am interested to see how these shimmers are going to perform against the other shimmers, because I feel like these shimmers were really nice and metallic and all that good stuff there. So I am curious. Let me zoom in real quick and cute like. If you're curious what's on my eyes right now, this is actually an Unearthly Cosmetics palette as well. This is the sleepover palette. You can use my girl Karen Harris's code, that's KH Makeup, or you can use my girl Beauty Frizz's code, which is Frizz Face. But I'm interested to see what I can come up with this compared to the other one, because I feel like they don't have exact tones. I know my girl Karen Harris already did that, but y'all know I just love to do stuff like this, and I figured you'd be interested in seeing it on someone a little bit darker and see, you know, how it's gonna work out. So again, this is what they look like side by side. I'm gonna go off camera and get my life in order to swatch it down each arm, and I'll come back and be like old, new, old, new, old, new, and then we'll figure out what I'm gonna do. But I need to put some lotion on these ashy hands. I'm gonna put on my necessary lotion I have told you all about, and I will see you in a few. Okay, girl? Okay, y'all. So this is what we're working when it comes to the eyes. So this is the old Fall Magic from Unearthly. Here are your swatches. So this is old, new, old, new, old, new, old, new, old, new, old, new. So I did not literally. A lot of the names in here are pretty similar. It's just like she changed the name of it a little bit. Like this one is Earthy, but the original palette is called Earth. This one is Spice, but the original palette is called Spiced. These two are the same, so this is Cozy, and then the original palette is Cozy. This one is Snug, and then the original palette is Snug. So a couple of them changed, a couple of them didn't. This is Magic, and the original one is Magic here. This is changed, and the original is changed here. So only a couple of names were changed a little bit, if you will. So let's get into it. I tried out my new Walk the Line eyeliner from Made by Momo Mitchell that I had showed y'all. I was supposed to show y'all the haul. I don't think I actually ever put the whole video up, because I kept getting stuff in to haul, and then like it just became a lot. So I don't know if y'all actually saw the video or not. I think I never edited it and put it up. But you know, anyway. So I'm just using a new eyeshadow primer now. This is the Adept Cosmetics eyeshadow primer that I've had forever. Like, it's a little thicker than what I'm used to, but I don't know if it's because it's older and I was supposed to use it, because I had tried it out a while ago and then just put it back in the palette with the rest of them, because I was used to a more liquidy formula, and I feel like this one is a little more difficult to work with. But I'm thinking it's just because it's old. I honestly don't know. But as you can see, my eye looks still turned out nice in spite of it being older, so I'm just, you know, using it. Now, if it gives me a problem, then I'll throw it away, but like, I don't know, y'all not be hoarding stuff. That's why I feel like y'all gonna be proud of me when you watch my declutter video. Yes, y'all, I do declutter lots of stuff, believe it or not. It's just I don't come on camera and declutter it with you. Like, I'll be in a mood and I'll be like, I need to get rid of some stuff, because it's like I can't keep bringing stuff in, and you know, it just going through the motions. So it's like I'll get rid of stuff. It's just a question of when. So I'm using all of these brushes, mainly Sigma. So I got an E25, I got an E40, I got an E45, an E55, and then this random brush from Luxie. When they were popular, I don't know what happened to them. I'm curious what happened to them now that I talked about it. We're gonna start off with the E40 and Spice. So I originally used Spiced on this side. That's the transition shade. We're not actually gonna use the shade Cozy at all. That's the one shade I chose not to use. But I want you all to see the deeper tones and see if like the tones and the depth of them was similar and if the neutrals were similar. So we're not actually going to use the pink, but you clearly see from the swatches that the pink in the new palette is deeper than the old palette. The old palette is more mauve tone. I feel like this one's more like a kind of like deeper, like subtle version of like a hot pink situation. That's the best way I can describe it. I'm so sorry if that doesn't sound right to you, but that's what it looks like to me. So I was over here watching my girl Dede Makeup's video on the new Prada foundation, and she got one of the lipsticks in the foundation when she was what do you call it, she said it was on sale for just for like 40% off or something like that, so she just went ahead and purchased, and I was like, oh, okay. So she got it up. Now the foundation doesn't actually come out to the 15th here in America, so if you're interested in seeing someone of our skin tone with the foundation, I definitely say you should go check out Daphne's video. It was actually really informative, and like the shade she got is the shade I'm going to end up purchasing, because she says she has more of a neutral undertone and I have more of a, you know, like golden undertone. So she purchased a very golden shade, but she had to guess, because you got to think like Selfridges is in the UK or in Europe, if you will. So now I'm taking the shade Earthly, which is called Earthly in the original palette, and putting it in the crease. But yeah, so she had to like kind of guess and kind of wing it, if you will. So I think she did a good job considering she had to wing it. Just keep in mind that Daphne does have like normal to dry skin, so if you're waiting on someone who has an oily combination skin, I am going to buy it on the 15th. But if you just want to see like color match, because Daphne and I are actually pretty similar in like skin tone, I think Daphne might be a tad bit lighter than I am. So if you want to see it on someone that's close to my skin tone, just to get like a first impression, I asked her if it was similar to the Tom Ford, what is it, this was Traceless Soft Matte Liquid Foundation, the one that's on sale on Sephora's website right now for 50% off. Because I'm like, I kind of want to do a battle between them and see which one is the best. But I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea, because I'm like, if the Tom Ford one is just as good as that one, is $45 right now, and then people's shades sold out, I don't want them to get mad at me. So I'm like, I don't know if I should like be, you know, facilitating this or not. But at the same time, I'm like, but you know, y'all know me, I want to know. Especially since I already have the Tom Ford one. I need to know. I doubt it's going to be in store at the Sephora I go to, or the other Sephora that I usually, the other Sephora that I know about that possibly, you know, could have it, just because they're so far. Like, it's still like 15 or 20 minutes away from the Sephora I already go to, and the Sephora I already go to is like 30 minutes away. So I'm like, I don't have to drive that far just to pick it up in person. I did pick up the new Laura Mercier concealer too, so just FYI, I did pick that up. We just gonna go back over with the Spice brush over here real quick. But yeah, so I did pick up the Laura Mercier concealer. I will be doing that soon. I'm gonna just do like a lot of Laura Mercier products, if you will. So I'm gonna use like the powder that I normally use, like the translucent honey, which is actually what's underneath my eyes right now, and then I'm gonna use that foundation that I got from them last year to go with the concealer to see how that works out. So I'm gonna use a lot of their products in that video, just FYI. Now I'm gonna take the shade Snug. That video should be coming next week, and then like the the Prada foundation drops Friday the 15th, I think the 15th is Friday, don't quote me, but it's supposed to drop then, and I'm like, I'm gonna be on Sephora's website at 2 a.m. when I get off work, like, yeah, Sephora, but where's that foundation? Thank you. Because I think I picked out the shade that she talked about in the video. That's the crazy part, because she said DW80 was the shade that she picked, and it looked pretty nice on camera on her, and it looked nice and golden, which I was excited about, because I was concerned about getting a warm shade from them, because I didn't know if it was going to truly be golden or if it was going to give more of that like reddish orange situation that they like to call warm too. But Prada had it together. They was like, oh no. And I was like, it should be oh no, considering y'all charge so much. As you can see, this side is much deeper than this side, in my personal opinion. Or maybe, okay, look, and as you can see, this one definitely looks a little more deeper purple, and I feel like this looks a little more deeper, like burgundy-ish, plumish shade. And to me, this looks like a deep plum purple. So she did deepen out the new shade in the new palette, just FYI. And I feel like you can see more of the shifting in the new shimmers in the new palette as well, versus this one, just based on the swatches I showed you my arm. But we about to see. Anyway, back to this this product situation. So I'm like, I'm definitely interested, honey. I'm interested, especially after what I heard Daphne say. So like I said, definitely go check out Daphne's video if you're interested in it, and you can't wait for myself and other influencers to get it here in America. I know a lot of us have been waiting for it to arrive. So since it is arriving, honey, I am reaching, I am grabbing, I am snatching. Get out the way, child, if you don't want to get hurt. I'm getting it. I'm gonna get like a nude lipstick just to play it safe. She got a nice like deep vampy purple one, and she gave an eye look with the Adept Element 115 palette. So I have that palette. I actually got that one in PR last year. So I don't think she talked too much about the palette though. She just did an eye look off camera. So I don't know if there's gonna be a separate video coming as far as that goes, but I know I was excited when she posted on Instagram that she had the foundation and she was gonna do a video. I was like, yes, Daphne girl, say less. I need all the tea. So I sat up there and watched that while I was doing this eye. Okay, y'all, we're gonna take my, so we used my E40, we used my E45, we used my E25. Now we're gonna take my E55 and put a shimmer on the lid. The shimmer we're putting on the lid is Magic. So it's like the deeper one to, of course, match the deeper one on this side. But I don't know. I noticed the match in the original palette when I was swatching definitely feels smoother and more creamy and buttery than the new ones. The new ones are a little bit more like hard pressed in the pan, I guess, compared to those. It doesn't affect like the performance of the shadows. It's just something I noticed that it wasn't as creamy as the original palette is. So I'm liking the fact that I feel like the new shimmers shift more than the original palette though. But the old shimmers have more that creamy effect to the shimmers, kind of like Natasha Denona shimmers, or like the metallic creamy ones. They old shimmers from the Unearthly Fall Magic give more of that effect, whereas the new ones just again seem a little bit harder pressed than the original palette. So that's just something I wanted to point out too. I'm trying to point this stuff out as I put it on, so that way at the end of the video it doesn't take as long, because y'all know I don't edit out as I like, you know, do certain parts of the eye, like you just get the whole eye experience. So since I know I do that, I'm trying to like this year just talk more about how I feel about stuff, and then just tell y'all which I prefer at the very end instead of us doing a whole bunch of editing. So y'all know the drill. I'm gonna go back in with the shade Snug now. And go back over here real quick. I think I actually want to go back in with a little bit of the red. I mean not the red, the green shade. So that would be the shade Earthy. So we're gonna take my E45 and go back in. Put a little more of that in the crease. I don't know, I feel like the glitter glue went up a little bit too high. And it's leaving this weird, y'all see what I'm saying? Like it's this weird line in my crease because the glitter glue is too high. I don't know, I'm trying to like fix it as best I can. Looks like I can't do too much because it's like glitter glue, so I'm trying just to, you know, do a little patch fix job so it's not the eyeshadow's fault. I just drug up the glitter glue just a tad bit too high. And now I'm trying to adjust. So this crease is just going to look like it has more, you know, gumption to it than the other one. So I'm thinking now I should do the other one because I don't want it to seem like it has an unfair advantage and it's more pigmented in the thumbnail when really I just, you know, put too much glitter glue up there now. Just down here. So I'm going to take Earth from the original palette and just add a little bit more so we can even the playing field. Down and then take this E40, so dust back over with a little bit more of spiced the original shade. I don't know, I feel like my eyelid looks patchy with the new palette shimmers, but again it could be because I put too much glitter glue, so I'm not gonna say it's them. I'm just gonna try to like pat a little bit more as opposed to doing it the way I was doing, because it's looking like it's making my lids look really like crepey, if you will. So, since I put too much glitter glue on, I'm gonna just have to like pat. So let's politely pat. Pat, pat, pat. Pat, pat, pat. Pat, pat, pat. Okay, it looks better now. So it was just, the glitter glue was like clumping up in certain areas and that's why it looked the way it did to me. So, we're good now. Okay. Now we're gonna take the shade Change and pop that in our inner corner. Then we'll talk about which I'm preferring based upon the things I've noticed as doing this eye look. As usual, I can't put anything on lower lash line because, you know, I got other videos to film. I think I have like 2 more eye looks I need to do tonight, so I can't very well be out here, have a lower lash line work done, and then have to do makeup and try and take it off. Because it's not fair to the other palettes. So, let me back you on up now that we're done, and we will talk about my thoughts on both of these palettes and reasons for which one I think won the battle and which one I prefer. Even though you can't technically get this one unless you buy it off somebody in Mercier or something, we still gonna talk about it, girl, okay? Okay, so I definitely like the formula of the original palette better, but that doesn't necessarily mean I like all the shades in the original palette better. For example, I like the fact that the purple in this one is deeper than the purple in this one. As you can't see, this is the shade Snug, and then this is the shade Snug. So I feel like I like the depth in this one a little bit better. I'm still mad, like my girl Karen Harris though, that shade Leaves they don't have in here. It's the same tones like that blue to purple shift. So let's watch that one, because like I'm telling y'all, that one like really hurt me. I was like, no, who told her that this is acceptable? Because it's like, that's just one of like the standout shades to me. So the fact that you took it out, it's just, it's blasphemy. It's like, to me, this was one of the standout shades in the palette. So this is original Leaves and this is the new one. As you can see, like, it's not giving. She's not serving the way the other one was serving. I don't know if the shade Crisp was supposed to make up for the fact that they took out like Leaves, so I'll put it next to it. So I think this, so Crisp is the new Leaves. That's what it is. So Crisp is the new Leaves shade because they're both looking quite similar. I'll show you my fingers. This is Leaves and this is Crisp. So as you can see, they're both giving like similar shifts. If you can tell, like, can you see like the purple shift? This one just starts off iridescent, whereas this one starts off the deeper green and goes to the blue. So these two are the same. It's just it's an iridescent version of it. So it's like less pigmentation in it, but still gives like the purple to blue shift that I was looking for. Because I was wondering, I was like, what? Who told her? Excuse me. So now I feel a little bit better, because like my main reason for not necessarily being super crazy about this one is I thought I had lost my shade Leaves, but Leaves and Crisp are the same. So you just get an extra shade now with the shade Leaves. But remember, I think this palette holds more. I think this palette holds more shades than this one. Let's see, 6 and 6. Wait, no, I think it's the same amount. Yeah, so it's the same amount of shades. But so what got taken out? It looks like she just took the bronzy shade out that's called Autumn, because a lot of the other shades are looking the same. Yeah, because Branch is still here, Snug is still here. So she took out Cashmere and Autumn and changed them with some more fun shades. Oh wait, no, Autumn is still here too. This one is Autumn. So let's swatch the original Autumn against the new Autumn. So the only thing that got taken out was Cashmere apparently. So Cashmere got taken out for what though? Oh, Enchanting. Cashmere got taken out for Enchanting. That's the only difference. So let's swatch both the Autumns. So this is the original Autumn and this is the new Autumn. So as you can see, they have 2 different tones to them. The original one, I feel like, at the end of the day, what I'm noticing is a lot of the original ones are more pigmented on initial application, and I feel like the newer ones are more iridescent and then kind of shift over. So that's what I'm noticing mainly. I will say I still think the formula of the original one is better than the formula of the new one, but I do like the shifts and the changes that come with the shimmers in the new one. If they were just as buttery as the original shimmers, I would definitely pick this palette over this one, but I'm still gonna have to say I like the original one over this one, even though I like the color story of this one better. I don't know, I just feel like the mattes aren't as buttery. I like the fact that there's deeper mattes in here. I like the fact that the shimmers have changed, but since the shimmer and matte formula aren't the same, I still have the original one. I prefer the original, and that's just me. But at least we've come to the conclusion that all of the shades are pretty much the same. The only shade that was taken out, it seems like, is Cashmere, and Cashmere is taken out for Crisp. So I guess people want to have a more traditional green in the palette, and that's why the Cashmere shade got taken out for Crisp, because all the other palettes, all the other shade names are pretty much the same. A couple of them got changed, but they still have similar colors to them. So she just switched out one shade and made them more iridescent, multi-chrome, dual chromes, as opposed to the more pigmented ones that she had in the original palette, and changed the formula. So that's pretty much it. So I still prefer my original eye over the new one for formula reasons, but it's not because the color story isn't nice. The color story of this one I actually like better than this one, because they took that cashmere shade out, and I felt like it should have been more greens and whatnot. So those are my thoughts, but I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Make sure you subscribe. Be blessed, girl. Bye.